What is good, guys? Welcome to my channel. So in today's video we are doing a recap of the Love is Blind UK season 2, and I have a lot to talk about. About women. Like, do we really know what we want? Do we really know what we want? Before we get into the video, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, comment, like, share. Let's go. So I'm just really going to talk about the main couples, the main drama, the main tea. It's Ashley and Billy. So Ashley, she's a cabin crew lady. She's been in the cabin crew for 11 years, single for four and a half years. So she basically said a past relationship really knocked her down, and it really made her to lose herself. And she's from a divorce home. Like a lot of people in this show are from the divorce home. And she is a provider. She's the one that took care of her family. So from 16 years old, this girl has been working. She's been working, providing for her mom and her siblings. Like she took that role of the provider. And it's like, I've been taking care of people, so it's time for me to find someone that's going to take care of me. So I feel like actually she's looking for love. She's genuine, and I really hope Billy is the one for her. So we have Billy as well. He's from the ex-military background, Northern Ireland. The side I have to give Billy is that he's been married for 5 years. He was married 5 years ago and got divorced. And he basically asked like why, and he was like, they just fell out of love. So actually, like, I would ask more questions, because this is the problem. Like season 1, we had the whole guy that was previously divorced, that also went with a Northern Irish kind of girl, and it never worked out. So what we really need to do is ask questions, like why did they really divorce? Like, falling out of love, okay, but it gotta be more to it, because we've seen this before in season 1. We've seen this before, and it could be something that will affect you in the future. So I would be asking more questions, actually. And the thing is that Billy said he's 35. That man looks older than 35. It looks older than 35. And the fact was, like, I was born in the wrong generation. I think you were born in past generation, to be honest. With that look, no offense, I'm sorry. This is not good. It's not good. Let's stop. And another thing, like, Billy has an issue with Ashley being a cabin crew. It's like he's dated a cabin crew person before, and the shifts, it really didn't work for him because of the long shifts. They don't really see each other, all these things. So he's skeptical. So he talked to her about it, and she's like, if we're gonna build a family, all these things, like, I'm willing to kind of get my 9 to 5. And they exchanged the I love yous. He proposed, and yeah, I mean, the reveal was good. Like, they saw each other, and it looked like they do like each other, so good for them. So then we have Kal and Sarover. I like Sarover. I'm the type of person, like, when I start watching the show, like, I'm already picking people I like. Like, she is a co-owner of a medical company. Sarover is an Indian girlie. Indians tend to just stick to their people. She said she only dated Indian guys. But it hasn't been working out. If it's not working at the culture, maybe you just gotta branch out. And that's what she feels like. The Indian guys, they do me dirty. And I'm only dating Indian guys, because of family pressure. But now, like, I'm open to other people. So that's why she's on Love is Blind. Like, she's open to get to know all the cultures. Then she meets up with Kyle, and Kyle's also a co-gym owner. Both sides are from divorced backgrounds. Like, everybody divorced. Like, the way people are saying, like, it's Love is Blind. We shouldn't be revealing, our culture. We shouldn't really giving, our nationalities, because that will kind of defeat the purpose of Love is Blind. Yeah, I kind of get the whole aspects. Like, we shouldn't really be sharing. But I think the blacks, they will always tend to gravitate to each other. Like, you don't need to tell me where you're from. I can tell from the vibes. But yeah, I feel like we shouldn't really reveal our background, our culture. But they doing this. So Kyle basically says he's British and he's Pakistani, and Sarover is like, she's Indian. It's an historical beef between Pakistans and Indians. So is this gonna work? So Kyle's like, are your family gonna accept me, because I know the beef. And she basically said that our family are very open. Like, her family, they're now like this, people have married multiple races. It was a thing before, but they're very open now. And also her parents has also apologized to her, for putting her under pressure and everything, and they're open for her to kind of, day outside her race. So after that clarity, like, this is a big deal. This is actually a big deal. Like, I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's giving Tom and Maria from season 1. Like, the cultural differences. Ugh. For you to move on together outside of the cultural differences, outside of what people are gonna say, like, it gotta be true love. You got a lot of battles to fight. But I don't know if it's gonna work. It's just giving Tom and Maria. I can see it. It's not going to work. Like, it's us against the world. We can, you know, break the barriers. Like, I love that, but when you get into the real world, let's see. So basically, he proposes. The reveal was cute, and he was wearing like this Indian attire, which was very like thoughtful. Like, it was cute. Love that. So then we got Patrick and Aanu. Aanu is the Yoruba name. Patrick came in and is like, he's a human design coach. I'm like, what in the AI? It's like an AI kind of job, like a techie job, like, because AI is true, they're trying to be like robots, you know, to be more like human kind of thing. So I'm thinking like maybe it's AI. On the fact that he explained that as a spirituality kind of thing is giving a cult. It's giving cultic vibes. It's giving I'm worshipping stones, I'm worshipping crystals.
I always trust my spleen, you know, I'm going to go with my
Oh yeah,
feeling.
your splendid, what was it?
Splenic awareness, yeah.
He talks about this splenic awareness. Like, man is obsessed with his spleen. Spleen is basically like his intuition, his feelings, and he only makes decisions based on the spleen. If his spleen is not speaking to him, you gotta pause and wait for the spleen to speak. If I hear the last time I heard the word spleen, like, is in Desperate Housewives when when they said Susan got a spleen, I gotta get it removed. And now in Love is Blind, I'm hearing spleen. Every sentence this guy says, he says spleen, and I'm tired. What in the spleen is going on here? Anyway, he was raised Catholic. It's always the Christians and the Catholics, all these people that end up doing all these things. Anyways, he was raised Catholic. It's Jamaican, Norwegian. It's Norwegian. It's Jamaican and Nigerian. And Aanu is Nigerian. Like, she's straight up Nigerian, and she, you know, she's actually the first one that says, I'm Christian, before he kind of said, you know, it's Catholic Christian. She's like, I'm Christian, you know, I fast, I pray, I do these things. Once you heard Patrick talk about spirituality, you know, human design coach, I'm out the door. I'm out the door. I don't know why I'm having multiple days with this guy that's doing the occultics. Start talking about believing in your spleen. Talking about splenic awareness. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, she talks about, she prays, she fasts. She's like, how's that going to work with your spirituality? I don't need to ask that question. I must be with someone that we practice the same religion. Like, spirituality is actually a good thing, but spiritual in terms of Jesus Christ, that's what I vouch for. It's good to be more spiritual than being religious. Being religious is kind of following like the rules, the regulations that human has created, the doctrine human have kind of written down. But being spiritual, having a relationship with Christ, that's very deep. That's what we need. But so if I hear this man talking about spirituality, but it's the other type of spirituality, I'm out the door. That's what I should have done. So after this first date, it should have been the end. But her pursuing this conversation, it made me to question. The Christianity. So he basically says he used to being a Christian before, and his family are very open-minded. Meaning his family, they mix religions. They're Christian too, but they mix and they can do, you know, they accept every religion. And the fact that Aanu, like, I'm looking at you like, why are you doing this? Why are you compromising your relationship with Jesus? Why are you compromising your religion? Because she was like, what you call spleen is the Holy Spirit. Please don't compare Holy Spirit to a freaking organ. When she said that, I cringed. I'm like, what are you saying? Like, you're doing this for a guy? Like, let's drop this. Because she's like, you know, what you call the spleen, what you call, you know, listen to your spleen, believe in your spleen is what we call the Holy Spirit. No, it's not. Like, please, never compare the Holy Spirit to a spleen. Never compare, please. And he asked this question and says, you know, if your family rejects me, what are you gonna do? And she's like, my mother's opinion, you know, is the best. She knows me more than I know myself. She knows me more than I know myself. Whatever she says goes. So if she don't like you, I'm out. And he's like, okay, I don't really like that. Like, and I believe you're a people pleaser. Like, I used to be like that, but now I believe in my spleen. I believe in whatever my intuition says. I became very selfish, self-aware. Like, I don't listen to what people say. So that should have been the end of the conversation. Like, there are so many days and I'm confused while I'm watching this. So after she said that, it's like, okay, like, let's end this now. But they continue with the dates.
My spleen is silent. I don't really know what it's saying right now. You have to wait for it to come, and it clicks.
So even after that conversation about the family thing, it's like, my spleen is not, I can't hear my spleen. My spleen ain't talking. My spleen, you know, it's quiet. So let me wait. So the next day they had, he's like, you told me you were a singer. Can you sing for me? And she's like, maybe, I don't know. So I feel like she was just very anxious to do it. So then after the whole conversation of the singing, because she didn't sing for him, he left and it was like, connection is gone. She's holding back the energy, the vibration. It's not aligning. The spleen ain't spleening at all. So now they got another date. So it's like, why are we doing this? So Aanu, took it up on herself to write a song for Patrick, about this experience. Love is blind. I was like, girl, no, don't do this. But anyways, she should put out the song. Like, let's hear the song. She got a good voice. So, girl, just put out the song right now. We listen to it. Patrick is like, don't bother. Like, I kind of respect this part, Patrick. I respect this. I really respect this. Like, don't bother yourself. Don't bother singing. Don't embarrass yourself. I don't want you anymore. And the fact that like I'm breaking up with you is like, then you were never together. He's like, don't bother. Like, I don't want you to sing this song to someone that's undeserving of it. The spleen is telling me this is not going to work. I even asked her, why didn't you want to sing for me before? She's like, she just wanted it to come from the heart. You really did you a favor there. Because imagine singing the song and then it's like, sorry, that would be very embarrassing. So Anna's like, I'm blindsided. I'm heartbroken. Girl, you're not blindsided. You chose to be blindsided. There are many times her own spleen has spoken to her. The God-given intuition has spoken to her that this is not going to work. Which were the times which is like, I'm confused.
I feel a bit confused because it was going really well, but I'm not sure we're in alignment. I don't know what's happening with me, Patrick. I feel a bit confused.
Take care of yourself, yeah?
However, I want to be positive.
So next is Katisha versus Javen, Demola, the love triangle.
So technically, I've been single my whole life. I don't find it difficult to date multiple women. I don't need to compete for women.
So we have Javen, the liar. He started with a lie and he will end with a lie. Because Javen said, I've been single all my life. But later on, it's like he was in a relationship for 10 months. And he's giving game player. Multiple women, I'm a single, is giving game. Like, then we have Katisha. She's been single for 6 freaking years. She's tired of being with emotionally unstable men. So if you're aware of who you attract, it means you gotta run away from them. She's had traumatic experience with her previous relationship because her ex cheated multiple times and she kept on believing him. And here we are again, Katisha. Here we are again. We're about to witness the same thing again. Anyways. And Javen, he's a freaking playboy. Like, he was talking about intimacy. He was like, how many times do you want to do it on a day? Like, what is the plan? Later on, in the confession, she's like, I like Javen because, he's so straightforward. Like, he gave absolutely nothing. I don't know what was straightforward. Of course, it was straightforward about intimacy. Like, how do you view intimacy? Do you want to do it today? Do you want to do it, like, what is the view? And she's like, she just likes that. Like, straightforward. Demola is that guy. Demola is Nigerian. He's genuine, he's respectful. He's looking for a woman to take care of. He's looking to be a provider. He's looking to give you everything you need. Lover boy energy. He's someone that wears heart in his sleeves. He's looking for a partner for life. Like, he's taking all the words we need. And he's also like, not just the words, the actions are matching the words. He gives her flowers. He writes her poems. He's very thoughtful about these things. And Katisha knows these characteristics of his. But Katisha is a weird girl. She's like, it's a little bit too perfect. It's too good to be true. Why does it like me? It's like, why did you come to Love is Blind? To find a guy that's different from the guys you've been with before. Like, he's giving everything you need. And she basically says it's like, he's a nice guy. He does everything, but, he's just too perfect. It's like, oh my God. And she's like, she's never been put first. She's like, she knows how to love, but she doesn't know how to receive love. Like, girl has a lot of problems. A lot of issues, a lot of traumatic experience. Like, she really needs help. So basically, then Katisha goes to Javen. You don't have to tell a guy what he needs to do. He just needs to know what he needs to do. Because she's like, she's not getting anything from Javen. She's not getting anything from this guy. Katisha wants assurance. After all these things Demola is giving, she goes to this guy and she basically asks, like, how do you feel about it? It's like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable about everything. Ultimately, like, what will be, so.
Okay. What will be. It is what it is. It's like, girl. And then he basically admits, like, in the past, it's been 2 years ago, it's been a 10-month relationship that was very serious. But the girl did him wrong. And the girl did break it off with him, but he wasn't really surprised. And that makes him, that makes him kind of hard to trust people. Like, he's trying though. So it contradicts before when he was like, I've been single my whole life. And she goes on again to say, I have another connection. He's giving all these grand gestures. He's doing this, he's doing that. I shouldn't be giving this information. The only information I should give is like, I have another connection. That's all. But she's giving him all the details. He's even giving all these grand gestures. He's giving assurance. I know where I stand with him. It's giving Javen, please do the same thing. Like, this is wrong. I shouldn't have to teach a guy what to do. You pick the guy that's giving you all these. You pick the guy that's giving you the best. This guy's giving you nothing, but you're trying to plant seeds for him to give grand gestures as well. Javen is just like, that's not me. I don't do all this grand gesture stuff. Like, it is what it is. You go with whatever you feel comfortable with. And he was like, if I'm not your number one, that's the way the cookie crumbles. If I was Katisha, I would just go. Like, I'll be like, bye. So, one thing he did say, like in his intro, is that he's a very competitive person, but he can never fight over a woman. And that's exactly what he's giving. Like, if you don't like me, like if I'm not giving, if he's giving you grand gestures, F off. Like, I don't do competition for women. Even though this is like, if you really like her, you fight for her, but it's like, I don't do the fighting. She comes to me. And then he goes up to the boys' lounge and be like,
she was like, the other person's making like really big, like grand gestures, like love bombing her.
Javen knows Demola, because Demola was very vocal with the guys about liking Katisha. So he basically tells the guys that she's love bombed and he doesn't do all those fairy tale stuff. He doesn't do competition. The women come to him.
I can definitely see this working. Don't worry, nothing's gonna change.
And now Katisha has seen the light. I thought she saw the light, but she only saw the light for like 5 seconds. But she saw the light now and she's like, yeah, I'm with you. Nothing's gonna change. I finally made my decision. Yeah, she basically kind of reassured Demola, like, you're the one, you're my number one kind of thing. Like, her decision is made. And she even tells the girls, she goes back into the lounge and tells the girls that Demola is my man. And I'm happy. I'm like, this is good. She has been delivered from the spirit of self-sabotage, from the spirit of deceit, from the spirit of delusion. But no, she hasn't. Demola was her second choice. Demola was the second choice because Javen wasn't giving energy. She's like, yeah, I'm just go for the other guy, which is not good. Like, this is a guy you need to put at the top. This is a guy that needs to be a number freaking one. So Katisha is like, I'm gonna go to Javen now and cut it off. Like, let's curtains off. This guy ain't giving me the energy. Like, so I'm gonna talk to him, curtains off, and say Demola is my man. And I'm thinking, yeah. And she disappointed me. She goes into the pods. And she basically, she was straight. She was like, my other connection, I didn't know it was that strong, but I'm feeling him. It was silence. I think it's just like, it is what it is kind of vibes. When you're about to be delivered, the devil has got to have something planted. Because that flower, so now Javen decided to do a grand gesture. The time she's about to be delivered from this generational cycle of bad men that she's always been with. She came in straight and she saw flowers. But then I'm like, okay, she saw those flowers, but she continued on and say, I got a strong connection. And then she's like, do you not have anything to say? He's like,
You've already broken my heart. I'll stay and enjoy my drink. But you don't have to stay if you don't feel.
I mean, I can stay and enjoy my drink.
My heart is shattered, but I'm gonna sit here and sip my drink. You can go. He gave me a leeway to leave. You should have left, you should have run. But she's like, it's good. I'm gonna sit and drink with you. Because now she's looking like, oh, maybe this guy does like me. He has flowers there. He's giving like he's heartbroken. He's giving a little bit of emotion. But it's game. It's pure game. And the fact that she even asked, I thought you don't do grand gesture. And it's like, I'm only saying that because, we're in this, kind of setting. But outside will be different. The lies. This is the type of show like you need to do grand gestures. Because you can't see the person, but you need to do all these little things to kind of show them that you care, to let them know more about you, to kind of show your intention. The fact that it's like, I don't want to do this kind of thing here, but he did it for the game.
I feel like my head is all over the place in here.
So she's like, I'm conflicted with my decision. I'm disconnected with my decision. And she's basically like, Javen is like mysterious. Kind of like the guy will go for. The guys you went for have broken your heart 100 times. They shattered you to pieces. Like he's just kind of cool. While Demola is very straightforward with his feelings. He's emotionally intelligent. I don't know what we're looking for. Mystery, and she even said the word dark. Javen gives like mysterious dark, which is usually who I go for. Why am I going for dark?
Javen, who doesn't really say much, she's this dark, mysterious character.
I must go for the lights. I must go for the emotionally intelligent Demola. I must go for him. But anyways, she's conflicted. She's gonna go with the dark guy. She's gonna go with the darkness. She's gonna go with the manipulator. She's gonna go with the player. So Demola, you know, she's giving him the green light. Demola is like writing like a speech, what he's going to say, like my heart. He goes into the pause and you could basically tell from her voice that there's something wrong. It's like, you know, what's wrong? You know, because he's so happy to kind of propose to her. Like, I'm crying on the inside. Right now, I'm crying on the inside. And she's like, I ain't feeling it. She's like, I ain't feeling it. And he's like, why? You literally told me yesterday you were. Like, I just feel like there's no romantic connection. Demola is conflicted, is confused. Because this wasn't the energy you gave me yesterday. Like, you literally told me you weren't going to change your mind. And now you did.
Katisha blindsided me. I got stung.
He goes in and the boys are shocked. They're like, what is going on here?
She was just like, her gut feeling was obviously Javen. Wait, what?
Carl is like, that doesn't make sense. If she makes that kind of decision now, she was never for you. Facts. Straight facts. Demola. Just Demola. Demola is like the, you know, trying to be British. Demola is Demola. Is Demola. At the same time, Javen is already in the pause waiting for Katisha. And he's already like, yeah, she ain't feeling me. She clocked me. She clocked me. She's gonna go for the better man. Javen knows well that Demola is the better man. He's still in this game playing. He's in this game playing chapter. So he was ready. He was like, he even tells the boys that she's gonna be the one to propose to me. Like, and he didn't even write his speeches. Wasn't prepared because it was going to end. That was supposed to happen. She basically gives him the green light. Like, she's into him. She was even saying that she could even go on the knee. Like, what the heck, girl? She could bend the knee. She could be the one to propose. Like, the guy that gave you absolutely nothing. Anyways, Javen didn't prepare no speech. Even for him to even ask. He was about to propose to her and his voice was cracked. Like, it was cracked. It was like, oh God, like, what's going on here? I didn't know this.
I won a prize I wasn't expecting to win.
He never worked for the prize. The prize just came to him. And he's like, even does his shoulder, like, yeah, and that's how it works for me. Like, I don't need to compete for women. Women just come to me. Princess treatment, queen treatment versus bare minimum. And she chose bare minimum. Javen goes into the boys' quarters and is like, guys,
That's women, man. They don't know what they want, bro.
women don't know what they want. And I agree with Javen. I agree. Javen says something that I agree with. I went in there expecting to end things, and she wanted me. And the way Demola is kind of standing there, like, he knows what this guy's a player, but at the same time, he's so hurt. Like, that guy was like, he was the one that said, you know, let's celebrate, you know, this engagement. Like, it shows like he has a genuine heart. He's a good guy. And when he saw Katisha, he's like, I like what I see. So next we have Kerian and Sophie, and this is another triangle. Sophie, like, I don't know why Sophie came to Love is Blind. Like, she's very dominant.
I think I'm still single because I treat first dates like an interview. I'm very aware that I'm single because of myself.
She's self-aware. She's self-aware about her attitude. It's nice that she knows though. Like, I gotta respect that. She's also from a divorced home, but she's closer to her dad. She hates rejection. She self-sabotages. And she's someone that avoids to open up. But you came to Love is Blind, you have to be open. Like, there's no point of being closed off. Like, close it off never worked for you outside. So you gotta open up. And you should be able to open up in this Love is Blind. You can't see the person. And when she speaks to Kerian, she gives him nothing. The guy is literally trying his best to get to know her, get her to open up, but she always gives like short answers. She's like, she doesn't want to even speak about it. Like, Kerian tried. Very little emotional depth. And the fact that, you know, all she was saying is like, you know, just propose, just get down one knee, you know. It's like, what the heck? So then we have Kerian and Meg. So they work because they both kind of talk about their emotions, their feelings, their past, you know, things they want in the future. There's a major contrast between Sophie and Meg. Major contrast. But Kerian sounds like Sam Thompson, and they also look alike as well. Meg's a professional dancer. She travels a lot, and she got short-term boyfriends because she just goes everywhere. So question I would ask is that, you know, if you're getting short-term boyfriends due to you traveling around, how are we going to work around that? Because it's a marriage What are we gonna do to ensure this is a long-term thing? Both from divorced home, like everybody divorced. We're both from divorced home, and Kieran, the way it was like, you know, because, you know, my mother wasn't really a mother. Like, you know, we had our issues, but we were trying to amend them, but she wasn't really a mother. So it makes me so kind of needy in relationships. Okay, how needy? Megan basically said she doesn't know her dad. You know, her parents broke up like when she was like 6, and it has also affected her relationship as well, because yeah, she just didn't have that figure. One thing I gotta say that makes me question Kieran, because Kieran said he's never been in love, he's been in a relationship for 7 years, and there was never like an emotional aspect in that relationship. Whoever that girl is, you wasted 7 years of her life, 0 emotional connection, and you're together for 7 years. It happens. Sometimes just in a relationship for the benefits it comes with, not really for the emotional, the lovable aspects. So it was given like a contract relationship. So Meg and Kieran, they aligned very well. He also gives her an ornament. Obviously, she goes into the girls and says, you know, you got me an ornament. She's dancing around, and obviously Sophie's there, and she's like, what is going on? That's a bold statement. Like, this is disrespectful. Like, I gotta speak to Kieran.
You decided to gift Megan. I think it was disrespectful towards me.
Kieran knew well, but Kieran said, I'm gonna put me first.
It's a social experiment, and I'm going to give my all to that experiment and see where the chips lie.
But you know, you giving her an ornament is, you know, I'm going to know about it. You're well aware. It's like, I can't control what goes on the paths. Well, he gave 0 fucks. And she stands up and says, I'm the prize. I don't need to beg you to love me. That's the problem with Sophie. She thinks she's all that, but being all that is not really gonna work if you're trying to look for a marriage. You gotta be both the prize. You gotta both be the prize. You gotta both the prize. But she basically, you know, like, she's a blonde girl. She's a cute girly. Like, everybody want her kind of vibes. But girl, without attitude of yours, without thought process of yours, it was never going to work. And then Kieran talks to Meg, reassures that, girl, you're my number one. He proposes, and the reveal was cute too. They like each other. Jed and Brad, like, it was very straightforward. They got to know each other. They got together. So now, post-pause.
Definitely say you're my usual type.
Yeah, not my usual type. I've always been with white British girls before. Blonde hair.
Like, that's gotta hurt. Like, but I'm glad we're together. I'm glad I'm not with my type. Don't say it. Don't say that. Now Sarover is anxious because we got 2 white girls with blonde hair. Like, do I got something to worry about?
I feel like she's my girlfriend. I don't feel like I could just say I love her.
Like, I can't really say I love you yet, but we work towards that.
Me and Katisha are definitely feeling a lot closer. We didn't sleep much.
Yeah, and the guy's got what he wants, and this marriage ain't even gonna go to the altar, because even in the review, I didn't see that girl in the wedding dress. So the girls, they chat. We have Ashley, Barda, and we have Katisha. They're talking about their partners, you know, saying they're undying love for them. Katisha was like, I don't want to disregard you guys' experiences on what you said, but for me, like, I'm going to kind of say it in my own time. Deep down, you know, if Javen said I love you, she's gonna say I love you back. She likes that man, and that man hasn't given her any energy, and she knows. So that was just like a way for her to kind of guard herself. She got straight away and went to her man. Then we have Sarover and Archie. They talk, and Sarover basically says, my man is into the blondies. He's into the blondies, he's into the whites, and it's making me feel insecure. It's giving me, I'm gonna self-sabotage this. Kal was literally sitting beside Brada. So Sarover was literally looking over there, looking at her man beside this blonde girl, and she's like, oh my gosh, she's nervous. She's like, what's going on? She's anxious, like, ah. And what's so awkward for me is he literally went into the middle of them and sat there, and the awkwardness, the looks.
Oh, come on, love.
Where are we going?
So Kal talks to Katisha about Demola and basically says, you blindsided him, you did him wrong, he's a good guy, he did nothing wrong. But her response is that I just had a better connection with Javen, so that's my choice, I made the right decision. In her mind, you know, you didn't make the right decision, but she's trying to justify herself. Please guys, make sure to subscribe, share, comment below on your own opinion. Who are the couples you're rooting for? For now, I don't know. See you next one. Bye.